Hello, beginning clarinet players. This is Mr. Walls with a video first lesson for you to give you some tips and keep you going through your first week after you've had your first lesson with me in the classroom. You can refer to this video and get a little additional help and some reminders for many of the things that we talked about at our very first lesson. Of course, one of the big things about the clarinet is putting the instrument together, getting it assembled properly so that we can play. We want to remember that when we have the instrument together, that on the back side of the instrument, we have the thumb rest that our right thumb goes under, and we have the top thumb tone hole that the left thumb operates. And then, of course, we have the top 3 tone holes on the instrument that we'll be using in the next couple weeks, and then for the rest of the time that we play the clarinet, hopefully our whole life. So, again, the reed should line up with where the thumbs go. The reed should be also lined up with the tip of the mouthpiece. Let's remember that if we have to adjust the reed, a lot of times it moves out of place. We loosen the screws on the ligature. Remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. We adjust the reed by using our thumbs to move it around. We never push on the tip of the reed. We don't want to break it. You'll just be wasting money. So resist the urge to push on the tip of the reed and use your thumb or your thumbs to move it around. Get it to where you want it, and then hold the reed at the very bottom with one of your thumbs. Take your ligature, and remember that the ligature goes onto the mouthpiece with the wider end first, like this. The screws are under the reed itself. Once I slip the ligature on, I can readjust, moving it side to side, or I can loosen it, and I can again move it with my thumbs to where the tip of the reed and the tip of the mouthpiece evenly line up. Then I push my ligature on, locking it in place. If I'm happy with how it looks, now I can turn the screws to the right to tighten them up. They don't have to be over tightened, just firm enough to hold it in place. And now, of course, I'm ready to make a sound on my instrument. When I put the mouthpiece in my mouth, I want to just oh so gently roll my bottom lip in on top of my bottom teeth. Don't do that. Don't swallow your bottom lip. Just open your mouth. It's like you're saying, ah. And I place the reed on my bottom lip. And then my teeth touch the top of the mouthpiece. And I seal my lips. And I blow. Again, remember to roll in the bottom lip just a little bit. And blow. If you squeak, you have too much mouthpiece in your mouth. If you can't get any sound at all, you don't have enough mouthpiece in your mouth. You have to find that sweet spot. It'll be like riding a bike after a while. I'm going to put the mouthpiece and barrel on my assembled clarinet. I'm going to make sure that the reed lines up with where my thumbs go, and now I'm ready to play. And I like to start, even when I'm warming up, I like to start with exercise number 5 on page 4, heading down, where we play the note E. The thumb is on the tone hole, and the index finger is on the top tone hole. A very easy note to finger on the clarinet. I stand up nice and straight. I want to keep my chin up. I take the mouthpiece in my mouth with my teeth in contact with the top of the mouthpiece. And I blow. You might get a nice sound like that. You might not. If you don't, try again. You'll notice that I never look down at my fingers when I'm playing. You'll never see me doing this. because the instrument won't sound good when your head is down looking at your fingers. If you've got your thumb on the thumb tone hole and your index finger on the top tone hole, making sure that it's your right hand that's on the bottom and your left hand, right? I'm making an L with my left hand. My left hand operates the top of the clarinet for the note E. And then I review exercise 3, a new note where we play F. So I take my top finger off of the E tone hole, and now I'm going to play an F with just my thumb on the thumb tone hole. And I'll rest for a moment. I'm looking at the band book right now. And I'll play another F. And I rest again. And you can play that exercise 2 or 3 more times if you would like. And now I'm going to look at exercise number 1, the first note, and I'm going to play my G, which of course requires no fingers on any tone holes to play. It's an open tone hole note. And I rest. And I rest. I try and keep my fingers in position even when I'm playing a G, because I might have to quickly play an E or an F. Now I'm going to play exercise 2, count and play. We play 4 one-beat quarter notes, and then we rest for 4 beats. And the squiggly lines in the second measure of exercise 2 are quarter rests. We have quarter notes and quarter rests. There's 4 quarter notes in the first measure, and those 4 quarter notes make up a whole measure, just like 4 quarters make a whole dollar. So I'm going to play 4 quarter note Gs. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. You can pause the video and play that exercise 2 or 3 times more on your own. Go ahead and do that. I'll wait. Welcome back. Let's review our F. Let's play a thumb-only F. And let's play it again. Good, and you can pause and play a few more Fs if you would like, and then we'll go on to exercise 4, two's a team. In exercise 4, two's a team, we play 4 Fs, and we rest 4 beats, and then we play 4 Gs. So I'm going to play 4 Fs with my thumb on the thumb tone hole, and then I'm going to take that thumb away while I'm resting my 4 beats, and then I'll play 4 Gs. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Rest, 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 no thumb. Rest, 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 rest. Not too bad. Let's do it again. Get ready to play your Fs. Get your thumb on your thumb tone hole. 1, 2, ready. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Of course, I take the mouthpiece out of my mouth to help count the rests. You should keep your mouthpiece in your mouth while you're resting so that you're ready to play on the beat. Good job. Here's our E in exercise 5. That's the thumb and top finger, right? Let's play that again. Let's talk a minute and review where these notes are on the music staff. The E that we are playing is on the bottom line of the music staff. we've learned that we use every good boy does fine, E, G, B, D, F, for the notes on the lines. We use the word face, F-A-C-E, for the notes in the spaces of the staff. Right now, we're just using the bottom line, E, the space above that for F, and then the second line for our G. It's really, really important that we understand that these notes have a very specific place where we find them on the page. Let's see if we can see that in the video. Here's the E, and it's on the bottom line of the music staff. Here's the F in the bottom space of the music staff, and then the G on the second line. Everybody knows their alphabet. You know, there are lots of notes lower than these. We could go all the way down to the note A and play up. We could go A, B, C, D, and then we would get to the E, and then the F, and then the G. Okay? Let's look at exercise 6. If you can make it all the way to exercise 6 in your first week of practicing, you're doing a great job. Let's try it right now. I'm looking at exercise 6, as you should be on your band book, and you can see clearly that we begin this little exercise with 5 E's. And then we rest 3 beats, and then we play E, E, F, F, G. It looks pretty easy, but it's going to be challenging at first. In a couple weeks, you'll look at something like this and you'll say, oh, that's so easy. So here we go. We're going to start with 5 E's. 1, 2. Let's make sure we have our thumb and our first finger ready for our E's. 1, 2. Here we go. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Let's practice the second half of that exercise again, where we go E, E, F, F, G. Say that with me and finger along. E, E, F, F, G. Let's play that. Ready? Go. Good. Make sure that you end with just 1 G. 2 E's, 2 F's, but only 1 G. Let's play that one more time from the very beginning, starting with 5 E's. 1, 2, ready. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Well, you're doing a great job. Let's just take a sneak preview of page 5. You don't even have to be able to play these notes, but if you're familiar with the next 2 notes that are introduced on the next page at your second lesson, you'll be that much further ahead. So we just learned G, F, E, and now we're going to go 1 note lower. Here's E, and the next note down is D. Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay? Let's try that note. It's the thumb, the E finger, and now the second finger, we'll call that the D finger. Let's all play a D. Pretty good. Let's do that again. You might be hearing some squeaks now. If you don't get your fingers completely covering the tone holes, the instrument might squeak, okay? The more tone holes we cover, the more of a chance there is that we might get a squeak, but they won't happen very often. Let's try that again. Here's our D. Thumb, first and second finger. D. And now let's look ahead at exercise 9 called Touchdown and learn one final note for this lesson, our C. So we use our thumb, our first finger for E, our second finger for D, and now our third finger for C. Make sure that your fingers are curved as you place them onto the tone holes. Make sure that your thumb is not pulling away from the thumb tone hole. Don't be afraid to squeeze down. If you squeeze and then look at your fingers, you should see little rings on your fingertips from where you've been squeezing your keys down. That's a good thing. That's what you want to see. Let's try that C. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Here's our C. Let's try that again. Great. So with this video lesson, we've gone a little bit ahead of our first lesson in class. Let's review all the notes that we now know. I'm going to start on our lowest note, C, and I'm just going to walk up from C to D, E, F, and G. It's a scale, isn't it? Now I'll go down the scale, going G, F, E, D, and C. If you want to try and do that on your own, that would be great, but that's not a requirement for your next lesson. I really want you to be able to play all of the exercises on page 4, working at getting a good sound and identifying the notes and where they are. Let's go back and talk about the D and the C just for a moment. The D is one note lower than the E. It's hanging below that bottom line, isn't it? And then the C in exercise 9 is even lower. It has an extra little line going through it. We call that a ledger line so that we can identify that note. So now we have 5 notes. Take care of your reed. If your reed breaks during your week of practicing and you discover that you need another one, I am at Clayton Intermediate School Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I'm at JBM Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You can come see me any day that I'm at your school. Bring me $2 and I'll sell you another reed. If you have a supply of reeds, then go ahead and install a fresh one if you feel like the one that you have is broken or chipped or worn out. Okay? Thank you very much, boys and girls. Keep working hard, and I'll see you next week.